the Spurs. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, an impressive 6-1 start to the season. They expect to win every night. Spurs, T-Wolves, don't leave your seat. We'll be right back. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. And a look at the stats for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Jeremy Sohan. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Boeheim in at the 5. And for Minnesota, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's ATrain in at the point guard position. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Well, tonight is a huge game. These are two of the best in the league. And MP has total focus on one thing, helping his team come up with a statement win.
Look, you got to give MP props with the way he's gone about these matchups. He made his goals public, which put a target on his back and fueled the opposition. But MP has met the challenge with fire so far, and he's undefeated in those matchups. Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
Pass to Boeheim. Inside, and stolen by Edwards. For the finish, and he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Well, you can't be careless when Edwards is roaming nearby because he can and will pick your pocket, which leads to points in transition.
Now here's Sohan. Vassell outside. Pass to Castle. Clock at 4. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Picked by Gobert. He takes it in. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And so it's San Antonio with it. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Pass to Castle. Three-pointer, Fox. Edwards pulls it in. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Fires it. It's hauled in by Boeheim.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter, I hear, too.
Good-looking guy.
Here's Castle, following the score by Minnesota. Over Edwards, and the basket by Castle. Castle's gotten his second bucket of the game.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
And ATrain gets it to go.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Fox. 15 in his last outing. And And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Right there, Fox using his length to do damage inside.
Here's ATrain. He's covered by Fox. Randall can't hit.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
ATrain passes to Randall. San Antonio with a rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota.
And this squad bumped them out of the playoffs in the first round last year. That hurts a little bit.
So they take the lead.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
With the drive, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
San Antonio with the ball. Following the score by Minnesota. And the basket by Castle.
Making things happen. You want Fox making decisions with the ball.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. Talking with him about De'Aaron Fox, I asked Coach what he wanted his guys to do against him, and Coach said to not give him room to run. De'Aaron is dangerous when he's attacking lanes and leaking out in transition, so we need to limit those opportunities. So it sounds like they're aiming to slow the pace down. We'll see if it works for them.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Woo-hoo, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Vassell. Yet to see a basket. Back to Fox. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves trail. McDaniels passes to ATrain. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And what an incredible achievement from MP recently. Grant, he turned in one of the most efficient games you will ever see.
Well, you talk about what it means to dominate. MP was the definition of that with his performance. Now, everything fell for him, and it looked like he was a man amongst boys.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. So he makes one of two, and the second one misses. Well, Grant, this is the time of year when these teams are starting to know what they have.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes it takes a while with personnel changes or coaching changes, too. But now you have a good chunk of games under your belt, and the camaraderie has grown.
Castle misses. The Timberwolves have got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark.
Wow!
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Fox has got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 2, they put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
Slam home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
Hey, if you want Sohan to play point forward for you, he can certainly do that.
San Antonio shooting their first foul shot of the night. And that one misses. The Timberwolves have got 8 out of 12 shots to fall. Edwards, no good.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Here's Fox. 6 points for him. That won't go. 3 for 6 in this one. Here's ATrain. Gobert with a screen on Fox. Here's ATrain. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Here's Fox. Following the score by Minnesota. And Sohan gets it to go.
They're using his size well and putting some muscle behind his blade. That's how Sohan gets to his shot inside.
Here's ATrain. He's covered by Fox. Pass to Edwards. To the middle. Here's ATrain. Tries again. The kick out to Edwards. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Here we have the teams that really hustled for those second chance looks the last 10 games. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
This squad's been attacking the offensive glass with a ton of energy lately, and it's paid off with a nice pile of second chance points.
Three-pointer, Fox. It's rebounded by Minnesota. They're really clicking as a unit. Tonight, looking for their 11th straight win.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Basket counts.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's ATrain. Last game, 26 points for him. And that's basket number 9 for him. He's 9 for 10. San Antonio with the ball. Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
Now here's Vassell. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Sacramento.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
Some changes for Minnesota. Robinson Earl comes in for Rudy Gobert, and Clark is subbed in for Anthony Edwards. Randall, the pass to ATrain. Randall, a screen on Wiggins. And ATrain gets it to go. ATrain's got 21 points in the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Fox. There's a screen by Wiggins. Fox with the ball. Randall's in his pocket. Shots blocked. There's a screen by Robinson Earl. And ATrain gets it to go. And now a 4-point Minnesota lead.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Here's Castle. DiVincenzo covering. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 9 points.
Well, he's been hot out of the gates, 4 for 5, and he might just be getting started.
And ATrain gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Castle. DiVincenzo covering. And the shot goes down.
Only 1 miss in his first 6 shots. He's definitely brought his A game.
Castle's gone a nice 5 of 6 from the field tonight. Here's ATrain. 25 points in the game.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, "Get the ball inside," and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
And the free throw, no good. Spurs trail by 4. Allen on the wing. Down low. Branham misses.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's ATrain. He's got 27. That one falls.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And it's Fox missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
ATrain, no good. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. 6-point game. Launches a three. No good. He's shooting only 3 for 10 so far.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Here's ATrain. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And the Spurs with possession here. Following the score by Minnesota. For 3, Allen. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists tonight.
You gotta be impressed with Fox's court awareness. He has a feel for when one of his guys is uncovered.
ATrain, no good.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Outside, Williams. Fox surveying the D. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And looking at Fox, a microwave scorer and Tasmanian devil running up and down the floor. A fun player to watch.
Wolves going with a whole new group out there. So San Antonio going with almost an entire new group here. Boeheim, he's checked in for Williams. Sohan comes in for Wiggins. Devin Vassell, he's checked in for Allen. And Castle subbed in for Branham. Here's Boeheim, defended by Gobert. Pass to Vassell. 4-3. On target from range. Vassell's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
Well, the defense has to do a better job at pushing Vassell off that spot outside.
We've got Julius Randle. He's out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's ATrain in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Spurs trail by 11. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, ATrain in their last time out against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 26 points, and he was in the zone offensively. There was nothing the D could do to stop him. His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. Here's ATrain. He has 29 now. Here's Branham. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One. So it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. We'll be back in a moment.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first-half performance it's been for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This thing has been about as one-sided as Shaq against Kenny in a three-point contest.
Or better yet, Shaq versus Kenny in the dunk contest.
Well, actually, I'm pretty good at both. Shaq, I was in the contest in both, so be careful.
Then how about a ring contest? Aha, got you there.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the San Antonio Spurs.
When you have fewer possessions than your opponent, your chances decrease. They have to find a way to rebound in the second half.
SOF, capital T, soft. I get mad watching them play.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Minnesota leading by 13. So on the floor for the Spurs, they've got Castle, Devin Vassell out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then there's De'Aaron Fox, and it's Boeheim in at the 5, roaming the paint.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Now here's Sohan. Fox outside. They set the pick. Fires the 3. Ooh, Fox making him pay from deep.
Yeah, hats off to Fox. He really's upgraded that three-point stroke.
Edwards, a pass to Randall. Jacks up a 3. 5 to shoot. ATrain passes to Edwards. Over Fox. Goes up again. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, look, Edwards doesn't back down from anyone. He embraces getting physical on the way up.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
And the second free throw is good.
Well, you can tell this team looks to Anthony Edwards to set the tone on the floor. His intensity becomes their intensity, and let me tell you, his intensity is always high.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. That'll put De'Aaron Fox on the line. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve. The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Gobert with a screen on Fox. Here's ATrain. Outside for Randall. Here's ATrain. He's covered by Fox. That one's good for 2. ATrain's got 34 points.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Here's ATrain. He's covered by Fox. Into the lane.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Spurs trail by 11. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Sohan, the pass to Vassell. Here's Castle, guarded by Edwards. Castle misses.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
To the middle. Here's ATrain. Pass to Edwards. The three is up. It's hauled in by Boeheim. Boeheim's got 5 rebounds tonight. Vassell with it. Takes the three. On the wing, Vassell. He drops it from range. Vassell's got 8 points.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Randall on the screen. Here's ATrain. And a nice finish on the layup. ATrain's got 38 points.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Fox outside. Pass to Castle. Vassell outside. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Vassell's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Timberwolves lead by 8. Picked by Gobert. Here's ATrain. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Now here's Vassell. He's got 10. It's rebounded by ATrain. For Minnesota, they've gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. McDaniels can't hit.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Vassell outside. Three-pointer off the mark.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Wow, Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Vassell outside. To the inside. Here's Fox. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown. And Fox has got the ball here for the Spurs. Trailing by 8, they've got Jeremiah Robinson-Earl, and it's Clark in at the small forward position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And Minnesota with possession here. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And it's Fox missing. The Timberwolves lead by 10. Here's Minot, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's Fox. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. And he gets it to go.
An electric player. Fox is so much fun to watch.
Here's ATrain. He's covered by Fox. Robinson-Earl, the pass to ATrain. No good that time. Some solid defense from Williams. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Minnesota with the ball. They're leading by 8. There's a screen. To the paint. Here's Minot. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Now here's Fox. Tight defense on him. Misses from close range. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. 2 points. That one goes. ATrain's got 44.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Fox left side. No good from outside.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Fires for 3. Drops in the 3. Fox has got 5 points now this quarter.
You can see the confidence building now that he's found his mark from 3 in this second half. The defense is going to have to do a better job.
Deflects the pass. DiVincenzo on the wing. Allen defending. Spurs trail by 9. Here's Wiggins. The basket's good off the assist from Fox.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
They set a pick. Here's ATrain. Here's Branham. Wiggins passes to Fox. Gets the 3 to fall. And now just a 4-point Minnesota lead.
He's looked like a totally different player in the second half. That's his 3rd triple.
Anthony Edwards is checked in for Clark. Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio. Minnesota leading by 4. Pass to Robinson Earl. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the left wing. Back come the Spurs in transition. And Vassell, the bucket on the assist by Fox. Vassell's got 10 points here in the second half. Here's ATrain. Drives to the hoop. No good again that time.
Wow, missed opportunity from point-blank range. You got to make those.
There's a screen by Wiggins to take the lead. Vassell can't get it to go.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And ATrain gets it to go.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Spurs trail by 3. Vassell outside. Wiggins outside. Pass to Branham. Vassell outside. Williams a screen on Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. 11 feet out. And that one hits the back iron. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Here's ATrain. Inside. Why not? And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Some changes for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Robinson Earl. And it's Julius Randle in for DiVincenzo.
What's up?
At just about 85% from the line tonight, they've looked more and more comfortable as the game's gone on.
Three-pointer, Fox. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Pass to Edwards. The rebound by the Spurs. Vassell outside. Here's Branham. Now Williams. To the paint. Here's Fox. Fox lifts off and hammers it down.
Even though he's just 6'3", Fox can really get up, including slamming it down in style.
Here's ATrain. He's covered by Fox. And here's Edwards outside. Rebound by San Antonio. Williams has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager. Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
San Antonio trailing here. On the wing, Vassell, guarded by Edwards. Vassell against Edwards. Shot clock at 6 to take the lead. Vassell's shot is good. Vassell's got 5 points now in the quarter. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
ATrain passes to Gobert.
Well, Gobert is used to this in the paint. Given his height, it's difficult to contest it cleanly.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Well, winning Defensive Player of the Year multiple times, Gobert has always been a stopper at the rim, but now he's extended that out to the perimeter as well.
McDaniels is checked in for Minot. And he sinks the second.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
Pass to Boeheim. Here's Castle. Vassell outside. Back to Sohan. Fox for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Edwards got 5 rebounds in the game.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Rebounded by Castle. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 from three-point land during the 4th. Offensive board. Down low. Here's Boeheim. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
That free throw misses. He hits the second from the line.
Well, a miss is unfortunate, but he still manages to put them ahead. Barely.
Gobert with a screen on Fox.
At the line for your Timberwolves, number 12, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both shots. And for San Antonio, they're shooting 47% since the 4th quarter started. Pass to Vassell. Here's Castle to the inside. And he slams it in one-handed. Tremendous momentum building toward those final possessions.
Yeah, with 8 lead changes so far, it feels like this is going to come down to the last shot.
Here's ATrain. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Now here's Fox. He's closely guarded. From deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. At one point, they led by 16. Gobert with a screen on Fox. Here's ATrain. And another one.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Sohan outside. Pass to Vassell. To the middle. It's Boeheim, and that one is hammered home.
The big man with the flush, so aggressive.
Man, that's so fun to watch.
And at his size, you'd like to see him attack the rim like that every chance he gets.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Now here's Fox. Not a lot of room. Six to shoot. Wow, physical D, but Fox prevails.
Oh, Fox doesn't shy away from important possessions. He wants to be the man for this team.
ATrain passes to Randall. The kick out to Edwards. And he gets it back.
Big rebound and a smart play to kick it right out. They want to use as much time as possible here.
Second chance effort. Outside for Randall. Pass to ATrain. Randall is screen on Fox. Here's ATrain. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Here's Vassell. Yes, they get the go-ahead bucket. Vassell's got 15 points in just the second half.
Well, they needed a bucket right there, and it's Vassell who answers the call.
Gobert with a screen on Fox. On the table. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
Number 12.
And he's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the gap to 1. There's a minute 40 left in the final quarter. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. No good with the triple. Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Randall on the screen. ATrain passes to Randall. Another shot. And he lays it in.
You want Randall with the ball in his hands towards the end of these games. Prime example right there.
Now here's Fox. The D's right on it. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
So it's Minnesota now. It's a 1-point game. Blocked! And he recovers it. Gobert with a screen on Fox. Outside Edwards. Pass to ATrain. 3-pointer. Oh, nails the triple!
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. Coach delivered some inspiration for his team. He said, quote, "We're close. We are inches away from it. Do you feel it? I feel it. This is ours if we want it." Back to you, Ryan.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Fox. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. And Fox comes to help. To the paint. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. It counts, and the foul. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle.
Someone who embraces big moments. De'Aaron Fox, huge points.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Here's ATrain. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. clock. Randall a screen on Fox. ATrain passes to Randall, and Greg Popovich has called timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Here's the sell, and he drills the triple!
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every three he takes now is going in.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
And this comes down to whether they want to go for a 3 to win or send it to overtime with a 2. Either way, it's got to happen off this inbound pass.
ATrain. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to OT, but they come up empty-handed. So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.